Do you ever have days when you feel really great? So you go out with your friends or your partner and you have a nice meal, maybe a few drinks, and then the next day you feel really rubbish. Your brain just doesn't want to engage with whatever you're doing, and you feel anxiety, you've got heart palpitations, you feel so anxious, but there's no apparent reason. Well, maybe there is actually a reason for that, and maybe that's because there's something in your diet or your lifestyle that's actually contributing to worse perimenopause or menopause symptoms. In this video, I'll be sharing 4 tips on what foods to avoid to reduce your perimenopause or menopause symptoms. Before that, I'd like to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Shirley, and I'm a band-registered nutritionist. And welcome to my channel Warm Blush, where I share tips on nutrition and lifestyle strategies to reduce your perimenopause or menopause symptoms naturally, so you can thrive through midlife and enjoy the freedom that midlife gives you. So when I think back when my symptoms were really bad, I was going out a lot, eating out, socializing, and yes, lingering over a few drinks. Eventually, over time, I noticed my symptoms developing. So I would feel really down, low moods. I'd be feeling really great one time, and possibly in the next few minutes, I'd be really down or angry. And these mood fluctuations really bothered me. And when I think back, it was the time because I wasn't actually looking after myself. So what's your favorite alcoholic drink? Do you love a glass of wine, maybe G&T, or maybe vodka? My first tip is basically avoiding or minimizing your alcohol intake. Although alcohol makes you feel so good and relaxed while you're socializing or while you're drinking it, alcohol actually reduces the neurotransmitters that increases your nervousness, anxiety, and makes you feel self-conscious. However, the day after, you'll probably feel pretty lousy. You'll experience low moods, poor energy, you'll want to eat loads of carbs to make up for how you're feeling, and you'll probably experience brain fog. So you'll spend the next day recovering, and then you'll feel better afterwards. But in the long term, if you continue to drink alcohol in large amounts, you may eventually begin to develop longer periods of low moods, brain fog, and it may also start affecting your memory for longer periods of time. It will begin to affect areas of the brain that are associated with problem solving and planning. This includes the hypothalamus, which is responsible for hormone balance, and as a result, this may be what's causing your perimenopause symptoms. Increased alcohol intake in midlife also increases your risk for some cancers. Alcohol is detoxified by the body in the same way as other toxins. In a previous post, I talked about hormones, especially estrogen, need to be detoxified once it has been used by the body, and it does go through the same path as other toxins. That's why women who have high intakes of alcohol in midlife are at greater risk for estrogen related cancers. Drinking alcohol also depletes your B vitamins. Now, B vitamins are all to do with energy levels and supporting your body to get the nutrients and the energy it needs from your food. So while you're drinking alcohol, your B vitamins are actually being depleted. That's why you feel a lot worse and your energy is a lot lower. Again, depleted B vitamins affects your brain function, your metabolism, so you end up feeling more brain fog, more low moods, more poor energy, more mood swings, and possibly depression. You may also find that you put on weight a lot quicker when you're drinking alcohol regularly. So alcohol is high in calories but actually have no nutritional values. So while you're drinking alcohol, you'll find that it's easier to gain weight and harder to lose the weight. So tip number 2 is reducing processed foods in your diet. I have to admit, I do sometimes use processed foods because it's more convenient just to heat something up in the oven instead of cooking from fresh. But realistically, that's only probably at the weekends, and it's not something normal that we do in our household. Namely because you have no control over what goes into your processed meals. So there's always added salt, added sugars, preservatives, and worst of all, there's lots of processed foods that has glucose fructose syrup, which really does not do the body any good. Processing foods from their natural state into that finished box of convenience foods that you put in the oven or you nuke in the microwave basically takes out the natural nutrient content, to take out the fiber, which helps with your gut bacteria as well as helping you to feel full for longer. More often than not, they probably fry the food in vegetable oils and at high temperatures, and basically this provides your body with very little nutrient to manage the hormonal changes of midlife. There's also the increased risk for weight gain, hormonal dysfunction, oxidative stress, and as a result you may be more susceptible to illness and disease if you are relying on convenience foods as part of your natural diet. So tip number 3 is reducing added sugar in your diet. One, we've already talked about alcohol intake, so we're also talking about cakes, biscuits, pastries, sweet, carbonated drinks. All these foods will increase weight gain, blood sugar balance. When your blood sugars are out of balance, you're more likely to experience low moods, hunger pangs, depression, food cravings, and headaches. By continuously having added sugar in your diet, you're also including your risk for insulin resistance. As a result, you may be more at risk for diabetes and or cardiovascular disease. Also, having lots of sugar in your diet increases the imbalance of your gut bacteria, so you're basically feeding your non-beneficial bacteria, so you may increase your risk for gut issues, things like thrush, small intestine bacterial overload, and with increased digestive issues, you're more likely to experience low moods, mood swings, and brain fog. So tip number 4 is basically reducing your intake of foods that have been deep fried at high temperatures. These are foods that have been heated at high temperatures, especially the use of hydrogenated vegetable oils, which basically changes the chemical structure of the oil. This increases the ratio of the essential fatty acids, namely the ratio of omega-6 oils to the omega-3 oils. Our bodies need essential fatty acids, but we need a good ratio of omega-6 and 3. Our cells and our hormones need these oils to communicate properly and also to create a good balance of hormones in our body. And when we have too many foods that are highly processed at high temperatures, the oils that's contained in these food changes our cell structure and communication, and that's where you may feel that the more processed foods that you have, the worse that you actually feel, because they do affect your hormone balance. They also encourage oxidative stress and inflammation, which again may be contributing to your worst perimenopause or menopause symptoms. These trans fatty acids also increase your body's pro-inflammatory response, increasing your risk for cardiovascular disease and cancer. So, like we said, we need a good balance of essential fatty acids. So you may notice some signs of essential fatty acid deficiency. So again, these are your mood swings, your low moods, depression, fatigue or tiredness, poor immune function. So you may be getting a lot of coughs, colds, you pick up a lot of whatever is going around at the time. During perimenopause or menopause, if you are low on the essential fatty acids, or there is an imbalance in the essential fatty acids in your diet, you may have brittle nails or hair, you may experience dry skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, and poor essential fatty acids in your diet may be the result of you losing your hair a lot more. Of course, there may be other reasons for that, which is why it's important to see your GP if there are signs that you're concerned about. So as a nutritional therapist, if you come to see me, there are other factors that I would look for, such as your family history, any previous illnesses or diseases, any supplements or medications you're taking, your stress levels in life generally, whether you're physically active or lead a sedentary life. All these factors affect your hormone levels and how you experience perimenopause and menopause symptoms. And these are the sort of things that I'd look for when you come to see me to help reduce your symptoms. We also look at nutrition deficiencies, and these are the sort of things that I look at when you come to see me for support to reduce your symptoms. We look at the root cause of what's going on, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's all to do with low estrogen, because I know, and you may be one of those ladies who are already taking hormone replacement therapy, yet you don't find relief from certain symptoms. And that's what we do, is we look at what else is going on and try to bring balance back in your body. And you may find that these simple changes help to reduce your symptoms and make you feel better about yourself, bring you back to your happy and confident self before midlife changes began to take its effect on your health and in your life. So has this video helped you? If it has, hit the like button so I know that I'm producing videos that helps ladies who are struggling with midlife symptoms. I will be posting more videos to help you reduce your symptoms naturally through simple diet or lifestyle changes. And if you'd like to be notified when I put up a new video, hit the subscription button so you'll get notified when I've put up another video. And until then, see you next time.